All we asked for is a chance. Yeah. And we got it. And we got it. Now what we gonna do with it, huh? Yeah. Hey, 3 on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win!
Know we're going to win, but know we're going to win because of the way we prepare, the way we practice, and the way we're going to fight like crazy once we hit that field. But just know we're going to fight, scratch, and claw until that clock strikes 0. That's why we're going to win.
The Indianapolis Colts beat the Las Vegas Raiders 23-20. There's a few things I want to go through real quick, and then we got to talk about next week and what it really means for Gardner Minshew. Truly, it's going to be a big part of the story, and then Jonathan Taylor as well. Other players we're going to be discussing. In the beginning of the season, I want to take you guys back to how happy you were and how happy you deserve to be. I don't know how many people had you guys in this position. Truly, ask your friends, ask your family members. How many people had you in this wild card position? You guys draft Anthony Richardson. You fall in love with him, right? You understand who he is. You understand how genuine of a human being is. You find out that his little brother has a deeper voice than Thanos. Like I said, you fall in love with him. You love the idea of Gardner Minshew, a cultured guy, a guy that's fun, a guy that has won big games before, is the backup, and we all feel that Anthony Richardson is going to take this team to another level, and it's so great that Gardner Minshew is here to kind of guide him into that. And then unfortunately, we of course hit the reality button of, Anthony Richardson hitting IR, and he's done for the rest of the year. And then guess what happens? Gardner Minshew takes over as the team leader, as the starting quarterback. And I remember this. He wins, I believe, the first game he's out there. And then the next few games don't go their way. And I have a Colt fan. He's a Colts guy, and he's a buddy of mine. The anger was real with Mr. Gardner Minshew. It was. And I just want to point out his resilience. I really want to point out the resilience of Gardner Minshew. I do feel as if he has that same, chip on his shoulder that a Baker Mayfield would have. They seem to be fairly similar styles of players. I just want to tip my hat to Gardner Minshew and what he's been able to do for this franchise and do for this team. And in all, for the biggest picture for your team, Anthony Richardson is watching him do all this. So I'm happy that Anthony Richardson got some playing time that he did get. Hopefully we figure out a system where Anthony Richardson isn't taking these hits. He learns how to slide, hopefully, and he can have a healthy future. But all in all, I know for a fact that Anthony Richardson is gaining so much knowledge from Gardner Minshew and how he's playing and performing. So that's beautiful in that regard. So against the Las Vegas Raiders, Gardner Minshew gives us a game, 224 yards with a touchdown. And something also that was the hindrance of this team being successful, and you take it back, really 2 years ago, and if we remember the beginning of last year, I believe that the offensive line figured itself out, got its identity a little bit together at the back end of last year, but we only gave up 1 sack, right? But it was a sack for 9 yards, and this sack, in my personal opinion, was more of a Gardner Minshew holding onto the ball a little bit too long type of ordeal. So even in that regard, I still don't even think that the offensive line was really, truly at fault for the sack that was given up. So that's beautiful in that motion, right? That's beautiful in that motion. And this is Jonathan Taylor's 5th consecutive game with a touchdown. Why is this important? This is something, and let me know in the comments, let me know. And I'm not trying to part ways when you guys are entering the playoffs, right? I just want to span out a different perspective. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do here. Jonathan Taylor, in the beginning of the season, when he had to, sit out because he was, looking for a new contract, potentially looking to be traded. And then we had a young rookie quarterback in Anthony Richardson that didn't have Jonathan Taylor. And just that picture, right? That imagination of those first, I think it was like 5 games Jonathan Taylor sat out in the beginning of the season due to the contract situations. And like I said, those are carries that Jonathan Taylor could have taken, that those hits that Anthony Richardson wouldn't have had. And all that's all I'm painting that picture on of, like, we could have AR-15 still in our presence right now if we didn't have that. But the bright side is those 5 games, Jonathan Taylor wasn't getting tackled. Jonathan Taylor wasn't taking those hits. And you kind of see his springiness still in this late part of the season as we're going into playoffs. And as we're going into one of this is going to be the toughest game you guys had all year. The Texans are hot, guys. They're hot. this offensive line and Jonathan Taylor are clicking at a level that we haven't seen since his rookie season? Really, his rookie season is the last time we saw an offensive line and Jonathan Taylor really on one accord. And it looks beautiful. Jonathan Taylor gives us 21 carries, 96 yards, and a beautiful touchdown with a 15-yard scamper. And then we have Trey Sermon, and this is going to be a funny thing for all my friends when they watch this video, because Trey Sermon is a guy that I drafted in our dynasty draft when he was with the Eagles and he got cut, blah, 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 blah. It's good to see him take a bigger role as well. I really do hope he can stretch some carries from Trey Sermon. I think his 27-yarder was actually really, really good, and I think he could have sprang out a few more runs if he got a few more carries. So I love the addition of Trey Sermon as well. And then Alec Pierce, hello, welcome. That one catch you did have, you did not let us down. The one catch for 58 yards, the beautiful touchdown that you did have. This team, it's coming along. It really, really is. You guys were the way more physical team against the Las Vegas Raiders, and it showed. It showed in the trenches, and then it showed within your receiver core as well. The run after catch was all day with you guys. All day with you guys. Josh Downs, hello. 2 catches for 53 yards and had a 50-yarder. Michael Pittman Jr., you already know how I feel about you. 5 catches, 46 yards, and a 20-burger in a reception. Like, if you look at even, let's just do it. Kyle Granson, 13 yards was your biggest play. 14 yards from Wally Cox. Will Mallory, 19 yards. So the chunks that we are getting, it's beautiful to see. It's absolutely beautiful to see. So I love where the team is gelling with that. Now, against the Texans, this is going to be tough. Very, very tough. Defensively, I love the way Juju was playing against Davante Adams. I actually think y'all should have been playing man a lot more. I feel like y'all, as soon as y'all started playing zone, that was helping Aiden O'Connell, making it easier for him. So I kind of wish y'all just stayed in man a little bit more. And I also wish that Juju was following Davante Adams. I think that would have helped, and then B, would have gained experience for him being a rookie and him having so much potential. And I have to say this, he looks so sick with the number 29. He looks so awesome. And if you didn't know, now you know. We did an interview with him at the Senior Bowl. If you just want to go check it out, it is what it is. And we're also headed to the Senior Bowl this upcoming year, so be on the lookout for those videos. But yeah, Forrest Buckner, Grover Stewart, Kwity Paye, this defensive line, you guys better be ready. You guys have to be ready. Mr. CJ Stroud, he gets the ball out very, very fast. So Juju, Nick Cross, even EJ, Zaire Franklin, you guys have to be ready. He gets the ball out so freaking fast. All right? Everyone has to be on their P's and Q's. We cannot have any blown coverages at all. He will exploit it. And one big thing that I saw against this Las Vegas Raiders game, which was very embarrassing as we're going into the 18th week and potentially playoffs. Guys, we cannot be giving up 3rd and 18s. And even more so, 4th and 10s. What is that? That cannot happen, guys, especially when this is a defensive mentality type of organization. I'm not sure why that happened, but that cannot happen in the future, guys. We cannot have a 4th and 10 being converted. That's ridiculous. And I would love to see Juju follow Nico Collins. I challenge Juju to ask to follow Nico Collins, because I think what Juju did against Davante Adams, each time he was able to have an opportunity to be in man coverage with Davante Adams, he was there. And so if he could do that with Davante Adams and just be in the presence of Davante, not necessarily batting the ball down or making interceptions, but to be next to Davante Adams in man coverage, let him go follow Nico. Just let him do it. For experience sake and just for the sake that I truly believe that would help the defense. Absolutely. The very last time you guys played the Texans, y'all beat them 31-20 in Houston. Now they're in your house. Do not let the Houston Texans walk into Lucas Oil Stadium and take your playoff spot. Don't let that happen. You guys, you win, you're in. Very, very simple. And even more so, what gift are you giving Anthony Richardson, even though he won't be playing? What gift are you giving him of having playoff atmosphere, playoff experience, And even if you're not giving it to Anthony Richardson, you're giving it to Juju. You're giving it to Josh Downs. You're giving it to your offensive tackle, Blake Freeland. You're giving it to a lot of other players in this rookie class that I truly see as potential pillars to the organization. You're giving them the experience. And so, guys, this is it. I don't know how many people expected to be here in this spot, especially with all the anarchy, right? With the whole, you guys just have to remember the debacle with Jonathan Taylor in the beginning of the season and the injury to Anthony Richardson, and then the horrible games against the Jaguars, the Browns, and the Saints that Gardner Minshew had. Guys, this is an opportunity for you guys to really put the Colts on the map, that this is a new regime, this is a new culture, and y'all mean business. And just let me know what you guys think on your chances against the Texans in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe.